quarantine all of this excitement that he has.
No, I cannot, man. Fnatic Vitality, I was a little too ready to get into this game, apparently. The Swedes taking on the French in the second map of this series. Dust 2 already going the way of the Vitality squad. And now, as you say, Hugo, it's a pretty dismal picture moving into Fnatic's best map in the pool. But I think if, you know, we see some performances, especially from the likes of someone like Masuta that we just saw back on Dust 2, I feel like he was instrumental to this Vitality success. And he's someone who we've seen both look hot and cold in this new look Vitality squad. So let's see if he finds his footing here on Inferno. Fnatic taking this one nice and slow. You can hear those crickets chirping away in the background as they set up over here towards Banana.
The classic cricket strat, in which the T's just right-click all the way into whatever position in sight they want to go to.
This is
Here's some
interesting.
crickets. That's weird.
Ooh, Zeus is letting them in. The grenade is good, but it's only going to affect Flash, so the rest of Fnatic are already in the site. Are they going to check things, though? Ooh. Apex, not cleared out. He gets one, trying to double down from the back of the box, is not able to. Golden with 2, and it's Vitality on the retake now with no kit.
And look at Brolin. He's already all the way down Banana. Zywoo does not have an idea. Now he's going to check that, and as soon as Brolin decides to check as well, it's an easy headshot for Zywoo. Now, Flusha and Zywoo are going to go toe-to-toe. It's a switch to the burst and switch back. Flusha just trying to toy with his food in this notion, and he can't get away from Zywoo. You can't escape the man. Now he's going to try to get in the sight. So much to do, so little time to do it. And that's going to be the call. He gets a headshot. Might make it another one. No. 4 kills for Golden that round, 3 for Zywoo, and Fnatic pick up a pistol.
Yeah, Golden's a bit of a beast on the B side of this map, so, you know, on the CT side, when we see him there, it's going to be a lot of fun as well. Zywoo, every kill matters when you're going in like that, because especially as the AWP player, $300 can make the difference between an AWP and no AWP, head armor, and, well, no head armor. So it's there, it's an option, and Zywoo, he's going to go for the scout in this one, not buying up armor around it, looking to still save a little bit as Fnatic take a 1-0 lead on their map pick. Oh, that was very close, and the nade up top mid does tickle Zywoo a little bit. Triple B setup for Vitality. Grenade goes astray. And it feels like Masuita's going to be flashing these two around the corner once they get a bit of information, once they hear something from Fnatic to indicate they have the top of B. There's the flashbang. Apex tries to play with it, but he doesn't push forward. And I feel like it's a very early flash considering the positions of Vitality. They weren't ready to get aggressive there. Maybe they were going to go on the second one, but they got peeked before that even popped. And while Golden's down, Fnatic, the rest of them are here, and they know that there's still a man inside of the site who threw those flashbangs.
Still a very slow-paced round from Fnatic, and this little duel that's about to go down between Brolin or Shox could have decided a lot, and they actually don't end up seeing each other. So Shox still has this very forward position over in the A apartments, and that allows Team Vitality to maintain this double stack here at the B bomb site. That scout on Zywoo chimes in and finds some chip damage there. That Molotov denies the emo position to Team Vitality. The scout tagging even more players up. Zywoo hidden behind the pillar, but he's only good for 1 kill. Has still helped soften these targets up. And with Shock still alive on this Deagle, definitely a chance this could get messy. But missing that opportunity onto Crims. Now giving up his position here at Banana. JW ready to swing this as well. All these different levels of elevation are going to make Shox actually having a say in this round very unlikely. And he's just looking to maximize his damage. Tries to keep him inside of the site for a nice long while. They decide to rush him down, and that will be Fnatic finding a conversion. Just pistols now for Team Vitality. They're not left with much money or anything to go off of in this round, as should be the case. They went for the Force in the one prior. Oh. Nade stack going down Banana. Oh, Flusha eats the nades and lives to tell the story. JW, meanwhile, opening up over here at the A-bomb site, and Fnatic, they might keep this one nice and simple. Just hit the A side of things, and it really is looking simple here. You're only up against the pistols, so there's never really much danger. And here is that bomb plant, looking to keep it flawless.
Golden's on the money train. Panning for gold, and he's got a whole bunch of it. 3 kills with the MAC-10 will provide $1,800 by the end of things, and not the Fnatic are a team that lean towards AWPs on the T side of Inferno. Still going to be extra bonus money for later. Flusher takes that out of his hands. And golden upgrade. So coming into the first rifle round here for Vitality, everything to do, the AWP to do it with. Zywoo is armed and dangerous. Rifles around it. We don't have a kit for retake. That can be a danger, but more often than not, you're going to see CT side saves if they lose the site. Oh dear, look at this. Vitality going through the smoke. They've swapped places with Flusher. They don't realize that he's going to try and take a kill up top B. Zywoo, very heads up, very aware of that one. And he's going to find Flusher ahead of the car. This is such a weird round. RPK gets 1 on Boiler. And right now it's a 2-on-5 in favor of Vitality. What has happened?
And how do you even go about trying to navigate this round if you're JW or Crims? You've got nothing to go off of. Every advantage is stacked against you and in favor of Vitality in this one. And so they hope they can find something inside of the A-bomb site. Now, Shock's playing the graveyard. JW's seen something maybe that signals this. Spams, and Shocks is the man to get away with the kill. It's a flawless round for Team Vitality. Shocks does a great job of digging himself out of that hole there. Finds the first on the board for the French squad. And now Fnatic, still with plenty of money, are going to look to invest in this round here and now. JW going to have the AWP even. So that's an interesting point to note. We might get to see that head-to-head of him and Zywoo go on a little bit longer.
Nice shutdown from Vitality. Good to get on the board early on. I was worried seeing them start CT, given how that previous map went, right? They did win it, of course, but after a 12-round CT T side of their own, well, Fnatic almost do the same right back. JW, good pick. He's going to find Apex at the top of Banana in this round, and he can just fall off the back of that. Shox tries to flash aggressively into the second mid, but Zywoo's been picked up in Boiler. In the meantime, RPK trying to fall back. Brolin biding his time, keeping him in position and flashing him out. RPK inside of Boiler instead, and Brolin's just going to consider him lost for the time being. Fnatic, they can do whatever they want. They can go wherever they want. They can commit to an execute if needed. RPK is going to go forward with a flashbang. He wants to turn it around. He does get 1. Shox' assist will show there's a second player here, and Fnatic know that. They're going to duck dive and get on out of there. Go towards the B-bomb site. Shox is ahead of the curve. He's going to try and get to join Mizuta inside of B. Execute smokes now for Fnatic. This is still a winnable round for Vitality.
Oh, Mizuta could do a lot, could do nothing, and well, put 1 up on the board. Shox, ooh, there's a world in which he does something here, and he certainly has. Now down to the 1v1. Brolin on the other side. Brolin was the guy having a step up in spades for Fnatic back on Dust 2, and now already in the hot seat here on Inferno. Shox has been able to retrieve an Incendiary and a kit, and that could be so valuable here. Brolin peeks ahead of the Molotov, or the Incendiary rather, and secures a 4th round on the board for Fnatic.
Yeah, Mizuta, good calling there. He at least tells Shox that there's a grenade and a kit dropped to the back of the site, right? But Brolin, very heads up. Those Molotovs, you can hear them for miles. While a normal flashbang, if someone throws it, you hear the click of that flash going out. Well, with a Molotov, not only do you hear the click, but you hear a constant burning from the second that leaves your hands to, you know, the rebound, to the bounce, to the explosion. So Brolin, he hears that Molotov go off. He knows he has a millisecond in which he can peak Shox there, and he hits that timing to perfection. So a round for Fnatic once again. A clutch converted on the B-bomb site. And Fnatic, they are all over this map. They are in full control. They're going to try and show that control back in middle here. Zywoo with the crossfire. Under the porch. Quick kill is a heavy setup. Crim's Tradesman's more where that came from. Zywoo doubles down. RPK can fall off as Vitality hold a lead in this one.
Yeah, one of the horrible things about that, right, is like after, now in hindsight, Fnatic go, damn, we know exactly what they're doing, right? Like triple porch setup, but that's not really any information you can work with if you're Fnatic at this point in time. They try and play the timing game with Zywoo. I wouldn't want to play any game with Zywoo. He's just too damn good. 3 kills in this round. Flusher now in the 1v4, armed with only a Galil to his name. And he does deal with the man down in the pit. Now looking to get this bomb planted, and that's a nice little outcome for Fnatic. Whoa, not able to do it. Flusher, just a millisecond off of getting that bomb planted. Nice little peek to secure the round and deny a bomb plant as well from Vitality. And a second on the board, perhaps most importantly so. You'll note the lack of bomb plant here leaves Fnatic with the choice of force buying and then having to double eco essentially if you don't pick that up. Yeah. Or you just take a full Glock eco here and admit that you might be a little bit limited into this buy round.
Yeah, that's definitely the call for Fnatic here. No reason to force buy. Flusher really taking his time on this one.
There's always one.
Yeah. Usually you.
Usually me.
Because you're not at your PC, you know? Who needs to show up for knife rounds? Although, I'm a bit of a culprit there as well. Oh, dear. If they win this round, I'll be a bit shocked. Zywoo's gone for the USP, and now he'll put them to bed. He'll get rid of them. Yeah.
Well, Flusha with your Glock. Good luck, my friend.
Oh.
I say good luck, and look what happens.
He's won. This is it.
It's basically a done deal now.
I think he's going to put some distance between him and the apartments and get the reload off. There we go. 7 bullets in there. He didn't want them to hear it.
They were close anyway.
They've already pushed through the apartments. Flusher, not to know that. 3rd round on the board for Team Vitality. That's a nice little point to note, though, from Flusher. Really wanted to give that 1v3 a good attempt. But not today. And this is where, as we kind of said, it was looking like it could have been a double eco anyway. And instead, we get this.
Okay, I like the hero.
Yeah, I want to see what they can do with it.
Yeah, I'm
it's
all
like,
for it.
If there's one team, there's 2 teams that I can see doing this and being like, yeah, sure.
Na'Vi?
Na'Vi being the other one, right? So let's see what Fnatic have planned for us in this MAC-10 AK hero round.
Ooh. Golden is luckily very thin in the banana. He sits between 2 Molotovs. Neither of them spread to him. And he's able to get up top B pretty early. But so Vitality. Rotate coming through in the form of Shocks. They've seen nothing on A all round, and they hold a pretty aggressive setup towards ult. So Fnatic going for the rush here. Golden's got a kill. Boost up, though. Are they ready for the double setup? Oh, yes, they are. Quick kill for Golden, and Brolin, rather. Shocks responds. Grenade right onto the planter of Crims. He gets it down, though. Retake is up for Vitality in a 3-on-3.
Yeah, no, there's not really anything that Fnatic have been able to get their hands on. Even this AK is irretrievable. It's fallen down in the pool. So this leaves them with this scavenged M4 from inside of the site and a MAC-10 to hold on with. Can they get it done? They spot the man at pillar. They deal with him very, very quickly. Golden low on HP, and everyone falls for Fnatic. A 4th round on the board for Team Vitality as they get this one swept under the rug. What B play? They didn't get B. We won the round. 4 on the board now for Team Vitality. Tying this one up nice and early.
Yeah.
A nice little hero play from Fnatic that serves its purpose, right? The whole idea of that was to get the bomb plant, have enough money to invest anyway, and they're feeling all good. It's going to be rifles for everyone apart from JW, who might be a little bit limited into this round. Do we see the R8, maybe?
That's an idea. And yeah, what I have like is the information gathering from Vitality, the awareness, right? Like, while Fnatic is setting up for that B play, we see Vitality start to push mid and push ult and come in on that banana flank very fast thanks to RPK. So, yeah, they're aware. They're not falling for any Fnatic's trickery. Apex is pushed banana, and he's going to get sprayed and spammed. Grenade is good, but not enough. Flusher finds a double. Zywoo trying to hit the wallbang. In the meantime, Crims has opened up A, and they're just going to commit. Why not? We've got the numbers here. We may as well push the perimeter. Shocks is flashed out, and Crims has found his 2nd of the round. What a weird one for Fnatic. They find 2 B picks, and then they go back to A anyway, because Zywoo, well, sometimes it's worth avoiding this dude. 12-4. And the AWP still interested in having a bit of a say in this round. Fnatic smoke him off, though. Don't want to give him a voice. Oh, hello, Brolin. Goodbye, Brolin.
See you later, Brolin.
Thanks for coming.
The library is closed. Zywoo, the librarian, almost. Here to silence the efforts of Fnatic.
Shh.
Sorry, man. Use your inside voice.
Okay. Right, so Zywoo here. He's trying to hold on to the orb, and he might get away with it if we're very, very quiet.
No sudden movements.
Nice. Nice.
5th round on the board for Fnatic. You love to see that. They're going to be taking that round with stride as they try to move forward right here. Something to consider, though, is just how much I can start to crescendo my voice back to an absolutely normal and sort of conversational piece right there. We start to talk and bring it right back full circle. Now, that wasn't any voice effects, wasn't any mixers involved, and no synthesizers were hurting the production here. But yeah, Fnatic put another round on the board, and we continue on.
Yeah, neck and neck, and that's exactly what we want. Back and forth, upside down. Apex, he's a bit upside down in this round. He's pushed mid, flashed out. Oh, he turns. Luckily, the trade is there, but that could have been so much more for Vitality, and it still is. RBK's got one in the bedroom. Crims doesn't let him escape. Good night as he finds that frag. He's going to double back. He's made the read. Shox is on the flank, and Crims has got the kill. Good awareness from Crims. He's so powerful on this map for Fnatic. This Apartments lurk has found a lot in this game already. And Vitality are just gambling. Split 1-1 right now. Mizuta at the back of B. He's been unable to really put up more than a single kill on this defense when Fnatic do commit, but right now they're not. I love this call. Crims make sure the Apartments is covered. Golden denies a mid push while Crims is in ult, and Flusher tucks up top B to make sure no one pushes for Vitality. It's just a case of denying aggression. What it does also do, however, is let Vitality position how they want, and they decide to gamble on the B bomb site. It's the right call. Fnatic do have the utility to smoke off Zywoo, but he's got a Molotov to throw at their feet if they do want to give this one away. Seems to be the case with Golden lining up said smoke. And Zywoo and Mizuta ready and waiting.
Oh, and a missed shot from Zywoo allows Mizuta to capitalize with one, trying to stay alive, and he doubles up. That there could be enough. It's Crims versus Zywoo. Crims has been so good at the trades, at holding on to the Apartments, making this round feel doable in the first place, and now he's got to see it out in the 1v1. But Zywoo holds his ground, and Team Vitality, they are going to find that 5th round on the board from a 2-on-3. Yes. They take a 5th.
As Crims falls off the pool as well, right? Like he jumps, he gets the info, and then he tries to back off. He doesn't want to run because Zywoo will play off of the noise. You don't want to give him anything in those kind of situations. So Crims, as he falls off the pool, he gets peeked. And that's after an excellent 2-piece in the A site as well. So
yeah, he gets hit here from Zywoo after he jumps towards Coffin. Then you're really not escaping it at that point, especially without making noise. I guess he could have dived off, but oh well. That'll be one they're going to go over a little bit later. But Crims, having seen just about everything that Counter-Strike has to offer, I'm sure, probably still feels a little satisfied. Golden, back at it again with the numbers early on in this game. The tactical timeout draws to a close. What will be the response here? What will Fnatic do off the back of losing that round?
Well, JW, he has just dug himself a permanent hole with that force buy in the eco round. He's still on a deagle, still not being able to play rifle rounds, and that's a bit of a shame for Fnatic. Maybe we'll have some more money in the future. Right now, Fnatic won that B site again early as they sent 4 up the banana. Brolin lurking in ult this time. It's more traditional, typically, to see him in the Apartments. It's also more traditional to see him with the Krieg, but something's changed. Golden, he's in B. He finds a mid-air headshot to Apex on the boost. It gets traded, but the B site has been lost for Vitality. Fnatic have found a plant, and that's just going to be an immediate save. Sometimes the B bomb site do be like that, Trace.
Yeah, that's what they say, Hugo Byron.
Yeah, not much going on here, is there?
No, it really has grinded down to this halt.
Pretty much, you know, goes and explains itself in this situation. You're just holding on to these weapons. You know, you lose B immediately. That shot from Golden, you mentioned it. He was mid-air with a MAC-10. One-tapped the guy on the boost.
Cool.
That hurts. That's not nice. And it's not what you wanted if you're Vitality. The RNG going in favor of the Swedes in that round. And this B site causing some real problems for Vitality. The thing that's been like so scary is I think when you look at it, the way that Vitality are approaching it makes a lot of sense, right? If they start to feel like they're not holding on to B all too well, we often see them trying to aggress into the apartments, right? Trying to take information elsewhere on the map to compensate for the fact that B has been a little bit tricky to hold on to. Whenever they've attempted that, Crims has been there to shut them down time and time again. And so Vitality, what's the response going to be? Another investment round, but you see it does come with a little bit of a limitation in the sense that Masuta is relegated down to a FAMAS, and there's only one kit on Zywoo, so we've got to keep an eye on that if Fnatic do get this bomb down.
You talk about the response, and well, that's what this game has just felt like, you know? One team getting around, the other responding, back, forth, you know it. And that's why Vitality have been leaning towards these heavy B plays. Fnatic have been going for B round after round, and this time it's finally going to get switched up. Oh, JW tries to get a gap. He thinks he has a timing to Archway, and Shox is holding for the off angle. Vitality a man advantage. Fnatic lose their split player. And now they've got to rely on their execute. Still with a man at top B as well. That can't stay for long if Fnatic want to hit this A site, because they'll just be left to 3. Flush has got to join them eventually, or sell somewhat of a fake, but he's all out of utility right now. Vitality have boosted double at the back of the B bomb site. They don't need to gamble in this round because they have an advantage, and Fnatic are now going to be walking into this A site with smokes.
A little scary, all things considered, with the 5 alive on Team Vitality. But with the clock down, that's almost just as scary. They're going to have to brute force us now, and they're going to do so. Shox inside of the site, good for 1. RPK finally showing his cards and peeking off a bout. 2v2 is what they leave us in. Crims with a bomb plant, and that's going to force Flush to just hold an angle there. They do get the bomb planted. A little bit of a fight between Flush and Apex. We're going to see another lull in the action.
That scooter, that bike, that took the bullets out Flush's gun. That denied the kill. So Crims, he's got to finish it, and he does. Masuta is left in a clutch off of this B bomb site. He's found the first. He's got a kit. This is winnable, but he's read it wrong. He thinks Flush has crossed towards the pit. That's a wrong side and the wrong place and the wrong time. It's Flush's round to find Fnatic up to 7. This T-side is building into the latter stage, and, well, one thing that isn't building is more broken is the money of Vitality, put down to just pistols in this round.
Yeah, quite the turn of events there. Unfortunate for Masuta. He was left very low, even fighting off against Crims, so there wasn't much of a chance for him to bounce back. Now, was there. Zywoo 14-5 as we look at round number 13 in the first half. And you will see over on the other stream, we have the Heretics taking on Astralis in the B stream. A lot closer than you would think. 12-10 the Heretics. Now that's been an interesting project to hear about. And obviously led by Kiyashima, X-Messes over there as well. We'll keep a finger to that one for you. Meanwhile, just pistols for Vitality.
Yeah, they shouldn't find much with them. Fnatic, they've done better against even more on the Vitality squad, so these pistols don't really represent much of a challenge. It is just this cleanup. And there it is. Roland has his mop and bucket ready, and he's made quite the mess over here in top mid. An 8th round on the board for Fnatic, and now this reinvestment coming back in. I kind of want to see a bit more Zywoo action. I'd love to see him, you know, because he is doing well in this game, but it feels like not having the early round impact in the same way that we so often associate him with. And I understand, you know, it's a lot to put your kind of star out on a limb like that. You know, have him in these positions where sure he can get one, but also he could get dropped right away. And he has been great at closing the rounds out. But it would be nice to see him maybe push and prod with the AWP a little bit, see what he can get away with. And here he is now, trying to hold the top of mid. They're already up and past him. Zywoo! Quick flick, and oh, there it is!
this.
We wanted it, and we get it. Zywoo in with 3, and he's taken this round by storm. Even hungry for a little bit more. 2 players here at long, and Zywoo on for the ace. It gets denied by Brolin, the young gun on the other side of things. Now finds himself in a 1v3. Murky waters. As he does catch himself a bit of a timing here. Long checked by Apex, spots that he isn't there, so has to start to consider this wraparound. Brolin not ready for a man in library. Vitality, they'll put a 6th up on the board. And there and then, we get to see Zywoo firing on all cylinders at the top of mid. Absolutely unreal.
The crazy part about this is, look, when he gets his first kill, there's 2 players who are already out and to the right of his screen. He didn't even realize, he didn't even know. Fnatic had such a fast round. It took him getting shot in the side for him to even react, and he still gets away with 4. That's the most Zywoo round I've ever seen. And Vitality, well, they haven't come alive in the second last of the half. Can he do so in the final one as well? 15. Fnatic looking for a 9-round half on this T side. It would be an excellent start. JW's taking his AWP, Zywoo style, up the top of B. And Apex is going to get grenaded hard. JW stands in the molly. The flash is good, forces him back, and Apex will escape, knowing that Fnatic were expecting him to be in that position. Oh, the flashes have been so good, but he can't get a kill.
Yeah, that flash was perfect. It's just enough to get Apex out of danger. Golden now on the backside of that flash, going to find himself cut off via a smoke. It's going to cause a little bit of a spam response, and ultimately the bomb's still down on T-Rams. So it's not as though they fully committed to the B side. In fact, some nades are going to start going towards top middle. Crim's in the apartments. Here's RPK getting Molotov'd out from underneath porch.
Yeah, and that's reaction, right? Think about how many times Vitality have been 2-3 players on porch, even this AWP on Zywoo. So Fnatic are trying to remove positions that have been problematic for them. But, well, Vitality, they wait out the molly and they get right back under.
First kill for Zywoo, and that baits them in to this little double stack over in the top of mid. Crims does look for this equalizer and catches RPK taking a peek into the apartments. But this is a B play right now for Fnatic. Shox drops this close smoke. Bit of danger, but he does manage to hide himself down in the pool and stays alive for the time being. Fnatic now leaving Banana. 20 seconds. They've got to make a commitment, and it will be towards B at the end of the day. They throw a smoke all the way from the bottom of mid into the A site. Didn't look like anything specific. No. That's just kind of fallen and done nothing, and that might, now with the footsteps getting heard, prompt this rotation. Shox is not able to hold the line, however. And so a 3-on-2 post-plant for Fnatic. Zywoo and Apex on the other side. Zywoo's delivered us some highlight rounds, and this one's got to be another if he wants to pick up a 7th for Team Vitality before this half is said and done. Oh, there's the opener.
See you later.
Zywoo got to get past JW. First shot misses. Almost, but not quite. The toe-to-toe, the clash of the Titans, and JW wins it out. 9 on the board for Fnatic at the end of that first half. This one is going in favor of the Swedes right now, but Vitality looking to fight back now on their T side. Can they get it done? You have to join us in a minute to find out.
holding on. Even if we fall, we will rise up and we follow the path that we believe in. No, we're not gonna stop until we reach it. Oh, all you need to know is that we're holding on. We rise up from the dust and claim our throne. We rise up from the dust and claim our throne. We rise up from the dust and claim our throne. Under peach yellow skies, dreaming big.
Who knows where it's going to be going here? Fnatic and Vitality, of course, going into the second half of the second map of the second series here for the ESL 1 Road to Rio. And of course, if you noted yesterday, or excuse me, tomorrow, not even yesterday, but tomorrow, Virtus Pro taking on Navi in our Super Series. A Sunday matchup.
And don't forget, guys, you need to tune in to that game yesterday. Otherwise, I mean, what are you doing?
Yeah, and just to kind of also throw it out there, this is not a rerun.
No.
And if you are watching this
On a rerun.
now that's on you to decide. Is it a rerun or not? Anyway, we're going to carry on with business as usual. Fnatic up 9-6. They secure a pistol. It does look to push us to the last map of this series of Mirage.
Vitality want B, and they want it at a furious pace. Molotov is there. Apex is through it, and he's, oh dear, immediate headshots off of Gold, and he's, well, not bad at the back of B. It's something we said in the first half. He even found an ace the other day from this site on the pistol round. Well, not today. He's going to get dinked back, and actually, Vitality get out of this one with a 3-on-3. It's a good spot to be in. JW, oh, smoke phase. He waits in it. No flash. And no face. Crims, same story. Down to 1.
Ouch.
Finished off. It's all on Brolin.
Yeah, all on Brolin with a CZ and a Dream. He has himself a smoke that he looked to use and then was like, actually, how about no? I'm going to try and take these gunfights straight up. And well, here he is trying to take the gunfight straight up. That will lead to his demise. Team Vitality, they put a 7th round up on the board. And they look to kickstart this second half in a very big way.
How about no, Shocks? How about no? Shout out Austin Powers. A little bit of a boomer reference there.
I knew I got the reference. I was like, where's that from? Yeah, okay, cool.
It's loosely based around, you know, the
My life.
MI5, right? So, wait.
Sure.
Yeah.
Not loosely, actually, directly. It's a true story.
I think the favorite part is when he's trying to back the car up in the hallway. And he's just like, he's just hitting the walls over and over again. Anyway, boomer stuff aside, we're looking at a fast hit from the side of Vitality.
Yeah, they're more zoomers in this one, because, boy, this is speedy. Golden's got a grenade, or a Molotov and a smoke, rather. Going to be trying to retake the top of B. Apex is tucked. It's a good position. Molly coming back in. They even have more utility on this B bomb site for Fnatic to stall out this push from Vitality, and it might just be coming through. Rotators in for Crims, but there's the re-smoke. Vitality don't care, they go right through it, and with the flashbangs, I don't blame them, it's good. Crims, it's better, and he's got himself 2 as well. 3 as they fly through the smoke. He fires through the smoke, and Vitality, they're gonna fall back.
Yeah, Masuta and Shocks. They'll go toe-to-toe. The bomb is with them. So here they go. They get into the site. Brolin will get traded. And now Shocks all alone in a 1v2. He's got this bomb on his back, and he will type in those digits to get it planted. But Fnatic are very, very fast up through the short side. And JW taking a lot of risks by going for that peek up on the hay bale.
Yep. Cool.
And having an appropriate celebration at the very end. A 10th on the board for Fnatic. They steal it away with that force by Crims. Must be feeling very happy after that one.
Yeah, especially after what happened in the pistol round, right? It's like every time they went to give a look into the B site, just was never going to happen.
Yeah, I mean, that's the danger of hitting through a smoke, right, for Vitality. They get their first 2 players through, they even get an entry, it's looking good. And then the flashback in for Crims, he gets a couple. But the real problem is, because the smoke is down, after Crims kills 2, Vitality decide to further push through the smoke, and you're just never going to be favored going through the smoke. Even not jumping as well, the pistol can headshot you no matter where you stand or fly. And yeah, it's not really a problem for Crims. Makes it look pretty easy. Apex is on armor Glock, but he's found an AK back in spawn. So a couple of guns in this round here for Vitality as they fall a bit short.
Yeah, well, B control. Flusha certainly secured that. Now he's going to back away. Really, for this side, Golden can drop another smoke and continue to hold on to it. They're going to just leave him alone. He's going to be jump spotting from the car side, little wall. What he doesn't know is there is a flurry of Vitality players coming his way, and the jig might be up. The rotation that was on its way over to A is now coming back. Flusha looking to flush him out of the top of Banana.
Yeah, see, now if you're Vitality, you don't have a lot of util here, so we might see Fnatic actually rotate into this site, because Vitality, 2 smokes and a couple of flashbangs, or 3 smokes rather, doesn't give you a lot of room to fake. And so making a lot of noise at the top of B has caused a rotation in the form of JW. Will he stay around as Vitality double back? That was their intention. Zywoo's throwing fake util towards B to keep these players here. This is a nice little fake for Vitality. Fnatic aren't going to be expecting 4 players coming up arch or short side right now. And Zywoo finally falling back. Now Fnatic start to realize JW is running, but Long is open as a result. RPK, he's wrapped back. He's in the A site right now. 20 seconds for these kills to come through. Crims is traded. JW spraying. Brolin's still in the pit. He's so good in this position. He just needs to stay alive. And that's easier said than done. Shox has got the kill, and the plant has been found.
Well, ain't that something right there? A little bit of a misdirection in the side of Vitality. Even JW walking back and forth. Must get tired of traversing from A to B and then back again. Oh, but a nice shot. Not tired enough not to hit that one. Apex is out. And we're going to see if Vitality can hold on to this bomb site with the plant.
Yeah, Zywoo trying to lock down short. He will do ample damage, enough to solidify this round for Vitality, you imagine, right? Golden gonna float around, gonna try and have a say in edgeways, but they have already retreated from the pit. They're even wrapping him. Golden running shoes on. And he's getting the hell out of there. An 8th round on the board for Vitality. This 4-spy war heating up as it's set to continue. This will keep on going till a team takes 2 in a row.
Yeah, I mean, Fnatic, they're a very smart bunch of guys. They know when to eco, and they often do. Even back on Dust 2, we're taking ecos at like 1700 that a lot of teams wouldn't, but Fnatic know they can get it done without utility in the rifle rounds. Now, on a map like Inferno, that's definitely not the case. You need the grenades, and so Fnatic would rather force here and, you know, be put to double eco if that is what has to happen, just to allow for that utility in the rifle round. Now, Shox has no grenades behind his M4, so I imagine he's going to be the hero and going in first, being a bit of a sacrificial player. Olin tries to push the ult mid. Try being the keyword. Apex is going to get rid of him, and it seems like Vitality is speeding up the pace again for one of these A-wraps.
Yeah, they found success with this before. They were able to get the bomb down. Well, let's see if they can do it again. Crims posted up on the bow, Flusha with a CZ kill, but he is discovered in the library, and there's not going to be any tiptoeing around for him anymore. This site has fallen, and Vitality are going to be getting a plant. Crims on the Deagle, and Golden on the 5-7. And Crims a little bit quicker than RPK, it seems.
Not quicker than Zywoo, though. And once again, Golden has to save. Not a fun position to be in, but not really an alternative. The smoke is going to... Ooh, God, they go through it. That's ballsy. Should be keeping players in the site to die with the bomb. That's Golden's hope here. He's going to try and beat Shox in the punch. The spray has already given away Shox's position, and Golden gets a gun, and he gets away as well. Doesn't even need to use his util. If you're saving it, you may as well actually save it. Flash is cheap. Throw that one out, but at least hold the molly. And Vitality, they hold the line. 9 rounds on this T side, building into the game. 2 in a row now. They've broken Fnatic onto eco.
And that settles the age-old debate, Harry. It's Golden, the fastest kid alive.
Yeah, he was able to get out of there once again, just in the nick of time. He runs away to hold on to that AK. But that is the only little extra, little tidbit that Fnatic are going to bring with them into round number 20. And at this point in time, a 10-10 scoreline is the expected outcome. So that would be Vitality getting everything tied up if they're able to get there. And with very, very little to work with on the side of Fnatic, it should be a lock-in at this point in time. 3 players trying to take flight over into the apartments. And there is a 4-man stack for Fnatic at this A side of the map. The lone AK, though, is at that B site. And so it's only the pistols to try and hold the line. And they're already getting shot.
Okay, then.
Oh, that got dangerous. That got scary. But in the end, it's all come in favor of Team Vitality. 10 on the board as they tie this one up.
How terrible of a feeling that must be to be in the site. You just hear bullets whizzing by. You don't really understand. No one said anything, or if they have, maybe it's a wrong call. Who knows?
Yeah, Crims, I mean, I love the go. Ran out of ammo, run forward with a knife, but he's not going to get away with it. We had some back on Dust. Inferno is heated up, though. Vitality, they're really in this game. I thought this was going to be Fnatic storming, but right now, well, they had a good T side. Their CT side is lacking. 1 round to their name. But this is the buy, right? Think about how many force buys and ecos Fnatic have had to bestow upon us in this half already. This is what we've been waiting for. And even then, it's still lacking some things. Flusher on an and that's a bit of an oof if we're looking for more onomatopoeias.
Yeah, there you go. Onomatopoeia. Bet you can't type that 10 times fast, Twitch chat. Anyway, 10-10. We saw what Fnatic could do on the map of Dust 2. They ran it all the way back after just a tumultuous scoreline in the first half. Now they're going to look to hold the line. They do just that. JW Crims tag teaming this Arch side. And Apex and RPK. Very split up across the map. Bomb down in control of Fnatic.
Yeah, Apex, to say he's alone is an understatement. RPK is hinging his entire success of this round based on a fight at the B site. Brolin doesn't spot Apex concealed, and RPK has removed a man at B. Now, Fnatic know they have a temporary 2-on-1, so they try and gang up on Apex, and they do manage to get the trade. 40 seconds now. It's the tank versus Flusher. Flusher looking for the CT wrap, but RPK went on a very long rotation all the way through Banana. This has given the bomb to RPK.
Oh, no. Flusher. If RPK goes mid to Banana, that's what Flusher wants. That's what he's hoping for. And now he's realized it's not going through. The timing would have been there. And so, therefore, RPK has to be hitting A, and Flusher is on this big old flank. This is the last thing RPK is going to expect. Planting 4 short side. Where's Flusher coming from? Oh, yeah, it's short side. Can't take the apartment, but he wants to fight faster. He knows that RPK is trapped inside of A. He's going to wait a timing, but can't afford to burn this clock down too long. RPK tucked in the corners, now got an angle. Flusher looking for the fight, looking for the pre-fire. Oh, RPK's got a drop on him, and that's Vitality taking it. I love the idea by Flusher, right? There's so many ways that can work out, right? At the end of the day, bombs in a one-on-one, bomb sites are a 50-50, and you shouldn't look at it any other way. Flusher knows that RPK can walk mid to B. That could have been a safe option, but RPK reads things so well.
And then look on top of it, even if that round would have got a little closer in terms of, you know, just an all-out fight, it's RPK who has a Molotov in his hands. And if he can get that out, well, doesn't smell much better for the side of Fnatic.
Yeah, I mean, Vitality now in the lead is the big deal here. This is a 9-round T-side for Fnatic. Vitality got to deal with pistols once again. 4-man B setup to allow for grenades down Banana. Fnatic rotate half of their defense off of the site. Good grenades, though, and they will continue. Just trying to keep Vitality out of this B-bomb site, but on anti-eco, it can feel so easy to take. Vitality just don't want to walk into a 3 or a 4-man setup, trying to get a pick before they do so. Fnatic aren't giving them a kill. More grenades, just when you think it's over. RPK does avoid at least most of the damage, and will still be standing in this round. 5 alive for either side, and Fnatic with 4 on B are making a gamble. It's a perfect round for it, though. And Vitality, I have a feeling they want to walk into B here because they're defaulting with the bomb bottom mid. So obviously that bomb can rotate very quickly. It can go anywhere. But the fact that it's A early makes me think they're going to throw grenades and double back down mid. This could be a danger for Vitality if they commit, as Fnatic are waiting for it.
Yeah, this now could get deadly. It's this
no.
re-aggression from Fnatic that might have just cost them everything. Masuta even dealing with the players at A. Still, this B play is the commitment for Vitality, and they've got to check everything. Uh-oh! JW taps, but not able to find the kills. There was definitely a world in which that goes very, very wrong. But JW spares them. He is merciful, if anything. And now a tactical timeout called in for Fnatic. This game is no longer in their hands anymore. They come into this second half looking good. They were 9-6 up. They were feeling good as well, right? Expecting this to go to Mirage, that third map. But now that doesn't look so certain. A reinvestment back on the cards from Fnatic in this round. But they know that the time to have money and the time to buy is running out. Meanwhile, over here on the C stream, we've got NIP versus Complexity. Complexity were able to pick up that first map earlier on, but here on Vertigo, it looks to be the Nip boys leading the way over there.
Yeah, over there on the C stream. And also, if I give you a quick recap of the B stream for ESL_CSGO B, of course, there's a twitch.tv and a / in front of that. It's going to be Astralis taking on the Heretics. And on the first map of Dust 2, we saw some pretty cool plays from the side of Astralis on their CT side. And a half that went 7-8, then 9-2 in the way of Astralis. They're on Inferno now.
Finally, JW has the AWP. This has been what we've been waiting for really all half long. And oh, he doesn't get a chance to fire it. He sees a player come out ult, but he'd already unscoped and has to look back at it. Not going to commit to the mid fight, knowing there's just too many variables at this point. With the timings being favorable for Vitality, they could be anywhere. So JW will back up. This AWP has also not fired a shot, so it's not definite that Vitality know it's in play. They can expect it, but they also don't know what site it's going to be at. B has been pretty clear. As Fnatic don't fight for top B, Vitality going to flash their way up and take that control, clear the sandbags.
This is the perfect time to hit the B bomb site. Yeah. All this utility is concentrated at A on Brolin and Crims. And there's one smoke on Golden, but that is it at B. And so as a result, Golden's going to be very, very reserved with his utility usage as well, you would imagine. Only just dropping this smoke now. Which, you know, considering he hears footsteps up in top banana a good while before, and with 50 seconds left, you understand why he's dropped that in here and now.
Yeah, that window of opportunity going towards the B site that we were just discussing, it's still on the cards. That smoke's going to fade, and we're going to see a fleur-de-lis of them go over this B site. One over there towards CT, and it's Flusha with a spam through the smoke, putting a halt to the plans. Now Masuta hitting sweet shots onto Golden. He's going to be out, and this bomb's going to be planted with ease. Now a decision time for Fnatic.
Oh, and they flash in as well. Vitality don't even let Fnatic set up for the retake. Apex, great flashbang to take down Flusha, and Vitality might have forced a save of Fnatic the hand that, well, I mean, it's going to have to run using its fingers like legs in a way. And going back to A. You know, that's such a shame for Fnatic, because think about how many gambles and how many rotations Fnatic have been going for in this half, how many B stacks they've had that Vitality have sometimes even walked into. Fnatic have their first, I want to call it their first like proper full buy with an AWP with everything so late into the game, or so late into the second half rather. And because of that, they don't want to gamble. They don't want to take any risks with, you know, going for a triple B in the mid round, because Vitality, they've been burnt before. They faked them out. Think of that second round where Vitality forced and they threw a bunch of AKs at B. They shoot all the guns. Fnatic over-rotate, and then Vitality run right back to A into a solo setup. Fnatic were avoiding trying to fall into that, but what it does leave them with is a save. And that's no better either. They're down 13-10. They don't have the room to be saving. They've got to start to pick up some wins. Vitality just bordering a 2-0 victory on Fnatic's map pick.
Yeah, JW going to try and switch things up, take this early peek. Ooh, Zywoo just went running by. Actually wasn't Zywoo, it was Apex rather. Zywoo's an ult mid, very different position, but he finds himself now crawling through these lower tons to look up, try and stop a mid peak. In the meantime, the rest of Team Vitality working this banana control, and this is the first time yet we've really seen Fnatic try and, you know, do the tango in this side of the map earlier on, and it's working brilliantly. Flusha with a double kill has started this round in a big way for Fnatic. At a critical juncture in this game, they sit in a 5-on-3. All that's left to do now for Fnatic is trade your way to a victory in this round. And if they're able to do that, then this comeback is still very much on the cards. This third map of Mirage is still left loaded in the chamber. Team Vitality throwing a bunch of smokes in towards the B site, but not committing behind it. And that has, at the very, very least, drawn a rotation round from Brolin.
That it has. And just as things were off to just a string of rounds here for Vitality, they're going to have to do some problem solving in this one. The flush are very low. When their eyes set on B, this could be the play. Golden playing in the back of the site. And here comes a nade out.
Oh, I like this. Oh, this is so sick. They're going to take CT. They're going to wrap the B players here. The issue is it's a fast rotate, and they might not be ready for it. Zywoo caught out by Brolin, who is in such a quick position. Flusher drops a bomb. Mazuta's got to double up, and he can't do it. Golden trading from the back of the site. I like the idea there for Vitality, but they didn't have the time, nor did they have the numbers to really mess around taking CT spawn.
A little bit of an uncharacteristic miss there, too, from Zywoo.
If we remember, though, that first half, right, Hugo, you summed this up pretty well. You said it was very, very back and forth, and it felt like a game of adjustments, right? So Fnatic, they finally put a round up. I think they owe a lot of it to finally facing at top Banana and winning that fight. But this does come with the caveat that Vitality haven't had to run into that yet, right? So as a result, there weren't any, like, nade stacks in towards top Banana. There wasn't really much going on there. They just dry fought it and ended up losing those engagements. Ooh. So let's see what the adjustment is from Team Vitality. A bit of an exchange between Shox and JW to kickstart this round. Banana control is attempted once again by Fnatic, given that it worked so well in the one prior. Golden is hanging around here while Flusher begins a rotation, and Golden just about gets out in time. Does get back into the B-bomb site and calls for his friend in Flusher to come back and join him.
Brothers in arms, holding hands. Little distance, though, obviously, as you should be.
So they have, like, Spoderman hands where they just, like, extend
super long.
Yeah.
Spoderman.
That's the key to Flusher this whole time. His arms are, like, 3 meters long.
It's like a cheese string, you know?
Like a cheese string, of course. The metaphor we were all thinking. Golden,
no.
he will get peeled apart, much akin to that of a string cheese. JW and Brolin back here, coming in on the retake. And this...
Oh, bye-bye.
Yeah, this has not gone their way.
Look at Vitality. Look at the fanning out. Look at the hunt.
Well, that's the thing, right? They know how important this hunting is, because if they take this AK out of Brolin's hands, it might have to be a 4-spy from Fnatic up against 14.
Well, see ya.
Flawless round, Team Ace, everyone getting a kill. I mean, that's the perfect time. You said it yourself, Harry. That's the best time for that to come out for Vitality. And look at the money of Fnatic, right? They've got to buy. Crims is going to be able to be struggling, but everyone else is fine. Now, that being said, 1 round loss here, it's match point, and you're forcing. So... yeah, Fnatic, even with these orbs, even with these last couple of rounds, they haven't been going in their favor. Flush has taken the AWP. I imagine off a spawn towards Banana. I'd expect him to trade that back to JW, but let's see. He's going to try and take a peek here. Could be the solution. Apex caught, he redecides, and that Molotov has saved his own life. Flush is forced back with a flick shot as well. Does connect it. Spam, wall bang, but Apex is close, and Flusher needs to be aware of the possibility. The flash is out, and Flusher, again, so quick, not ready for the third man who was already posted. It's Zywoo on the orb, but Flusher, he's done everything he needs to and more.
Flusher's like, yo, JW, give me that gun you're always using. Seems pretty cool. And he has a very good time with it over here at B.
Look at JW.
And now... JW over here in the apartments has all this information. This frees up Brolin. He can begin a rotation over towards the B-bomb site as well. And this means for Vitality, if they commit on the back of the info that JW is feeding to the rest of the squad and having this mid-control locked down, they will be walking into a 3-man stack at the B-bomb site. That's not where you want to be if you're Vitality. We're going to be relying massively here on the individual. Zywoo. Timing is everything. Hit by that flash, dead on. And Crims swinging on out, deals with Masuta as well. Shox is left up all alone, 1v4. And they try and put the nail in this coffin. They do indeed. 12 on the board for Fnatic. As they muster up that round, they just about get it locked in, and they even hold on to the AWP as well.
And a tactical timeout's going to come in for Vitality. Now, one thing to note is you see in the bottom left of your screen, tons of cash on hand here for Vitality. So they can buy again, they will buy again. And it's not an issue just yet. We are getting down to the wire, Hugo. This is going to go all the way.
Yeah, it's looking like a 30 and maybe even more. That was so unlucky for Zywoo. He was crawling into the site, scoped in like a cyclops, and right before he found the fight onto the player on oranges, the flashbang from CT from Brolin hits him dead on. Fnatic peek off the back of it. They close the round.
Zywoo
saved their own lives.
Dude, Zywoo 29 and 13.
Can't really ask more of him, can you? And this isn't over. This isn't won yet. This is Fnatic's map pick. They've got depth, and now they've come alive with 2 rounds. It's been a while since we've seen them on this half, and finally, right when we need them to. Much like Dust 2, coming alive maybe a little too late in that one, as they tried to pull a 12-3 comeback that fell in number 29, or 28.
The Zywoo special. Now it's going to be Golden stuck here, and a flashbang, or excuse me, a grenade coming in and taking down RPK. Golden still pushed up here. Zywoo has absolutely no idea, and somehow that's a headshot. Golden's going to back away. They've done enough on Banana. And again, it's 3 players alive for Vitality, and what was going pretty well for them, all things considered. Now they're in a difficult spot.
Yeah. They can't just default back into this B take, because if they go silent on A for like a minute and then execute B, Fnatic are going to have 5 players there at this point, because they've been reading these rounds very, very well when Vitality are down men. And right now, they're down men. Apex is dead in Banana. Shox does get the bomb, but, I mean, what do you even hope to do with it at this point? Mizuta needs a pick. He's found an angle, but he's not got much else. JW's pushed mid as well to kill Shox, and Fnatic a flawless 13th. They bail their money out right into the end of regulation. Talking of money, it's just not there for Vitality. They're going to have to eco for 14-14. It's got a third map written all over it right now.
Oh, they take the force buy instead. They're going to throw caution to the wind, and they bring out some AKs in this round here and now. But this could very much decide their fate on this map. A loss in this one, you bang on, Hugo, you go 14-14, you'd have no money left. And at that point, this one could be as good as Fnatic's. Well, they're going to try and do something about this banana control. And my goodness, have they done something about this banana control. Those nades have bought Flusher and Golden so low that they have got no choice but to concede banana and play passively back in the B site. Now, Team Vitality easing into an A play. They got to try and run the gauntlet out through mid. Crims gets a big kill through the smoke onto Shox. It looked like for a moment Team Vitality wanted to go through that, and they decide against it. Zywoo's got to be careful spamming with that Tech 9. He is 1 shot away from certain death. This crossfire helped out by a flash from JW, allows Crims to swing out into middle. Now he's only good for 1, and they know that someone else was here because he threw the flashbang. That's where JW comes in, mops up another, and this round is dead to rights for Fnatic. Zywoo, the last man remaining, scavenged himself an AK, but so low on HP, nothing's going to happen. 14 all as Fnatic tie this one up. Almost every single T-side round up until this point have been won by Vitality, but the last 3 in a row now falling in favor of Fnatic, and somehow, some way, they look to take us to a 3rd map. Now,
you're right. Vitality string together 6 rounds. They win the pistol as well. They lose the following round, and then it's that string of 6 rounds. And the real cheese is that they've swapped rounds back and forth, and then now it's Fnatic with 3 rounds right ahead of them. So, yeah, unfortunate turn of events for the Vitality side. They're going to find themselves on some pistols here in the forms of a Tech 9, 2 P250s, and a Deagle.
And this is their own doing. This is the force buy in the previous round that has left them with nothing in number 29. Now, anything they get is great, but, well, they're not going to get much but grated, like string cheese up the top of middle. Shredded, in fact. Flush has found a 3rd. Looking to clean up this round without any casualties. And, well, that's more attainable than you would expect. Fnatic, oh dear, that's easy. Takes a minute or 2, but Golden is there to cover his teammates back. 15 first for the Swedes, considering how far they were down in this second half. That seems a surprise to say. And Vitality, well, they now got to say a hell of a lot in number 30 to bring us to overtime, or we're going to Mirage.
And you know what's not working here for Vitality is finding themselves in this 3v5, 3v4 situation late round. So I'm not entirely sure what the answer would be. I'm sure we're going to find out. They're going to go ahead and buy out in this last round of regulation. Potentially overtime or just straight on into Mirage to settle the series. preparing you all for what is the Gen G Evil Geniuses matchup after this. Switching over to North America, that side is, well, it's progressed. It's gotten to the boiling point, even.
Well, this has got steam coming out the brim. The kettle is boiled, and we're into round number 30. Fnatic Vitality, Fnatic's map pick, and they have really clawed back on the CT side to get into this one. Oh, JW's given that a few goes this game. He's not connected it. He's going to fast rotate B. Actually gives that AWP, or drops it rather. Where has it gone? He's grabbed an AK out of spawn instead. So leaving this AWP on the corner, JW wants to be double armed. He wants to be able to swap weapon if the AWP isn't treating him right. But look at the stack, look at the gamble. 4 on B, 4 Vitality, 4 on A for Fnatic. They're about to get a free bomb site.
Yeah, you've only got to get past Flusher. That might be easier said than done. Missed shot with the AWP the second time around, and it all falls down to the old familiar B-site retake. A 4-on-4 for Fnatic if they want to stop this one going to overtime. Golden looking to be the first man in, the rest of the Fnatic squad in tow, and they've been very, very pacey on this rotation. This has left them with lots of time. That's their only friend right now, though, and even then, it's getting whittled down by the second. RPK holding this close angle, the rest of the team trying to bait Fnatic in, and RPK answers the call. JW back in with 2. Time ticking off of this bomb and starting to become a problem for Fnatic. Zywoo hidden down in the pool, and they don't check for him. Zywoo takes us to overtime. 15 for Vitality, 15 for Fnatic. And now, of course, we're looking for the magic number. That is 19 to decide who wins this second map.
Yeah, Zywoo, he's wiped the sweat off his forehead, but he might want to get the deodorant out now because things are only just beginning with the bonus rounds. He's 32 kills deep. This man is doing everything he can, and it might still not be enough, but Vitality, that forced buy just 3 rounds ago, whew, I thought it was going to lose in this map. If anything, it bought them a second opportunity.
Yeah. Look at the presence on Banana now. Fnatic not taking it lightly. They know that Vitality found success in getting into the site. Pincered off Flusha, shut him down in the gap. They're going to delay and throw some utility down there. A little bit of a peek. Flusha continues to have at it.
Oh. And Fnatic know that the only thing Vitality have in this game is the B executes. That's all they've really won. They've won 1 A-Rap round. And other than that, B has been completely taken over by Vitality. So 4B early for Fnatic and keeping 3 for some time makes a lot of sense. They've kept 2 in this 4-on-4. Split right down the middle here for Fnatic.
We knew it was coming eventually.
Well, so's this A hit.
Yeah. Smoke in apartments. It's going to be Mizuta leading the charge. Brolin from the site finds himself a 2 and a Molotov right at the feet of Vitality. JW also in the site, and he's tucked in just proper. He doesn't need a pillow or a nighttime story. He's going to be given one by Apex, whether he likes it or not.
That smoke for JW went deep as well. It made him fight. It forced him to get in an engagement, and now it's all up to Shox.
Yeah, that molly was great. It burns out Apex. He only had 2 points of health. Shoxy down in the pit. We need a hero. And if there ever was a man for the job, it might be this one. Trying to play around this smoke. He peeks over the top. Crims now knows he's in the pit, and Flusher through the smoke puts up a 16th for Fnatic.
What?
They take the first in overtime.
Come on, Flusher. Come on, dude. This is, like, what? There's a smoke. There's a smoke.
Yes.
Absolutely no problem. And yeah, I mean, Vitality, they switch things up and they go for a fast A approach in that 4-on-4. It does get them into a good position. But JW, he's able to get an awful lot done from the site. And I mean, this is the final kill. Cool, I guess. That's reasonable. Fnatic, they've taken the first here in the overtime. We're looking for first and 19, 3 rounds and a half. Here's the second, and Vitality obviously no issue with the money on this T side. The AWPing can't be done, you know, back to back to back unless you're picking up victories. Apex lining up utility. We're going to have the abs pop here for Vitality. They need a Moto Smoke down to cut off that long player, but that long player is fighting mid right now. There's only one dude inside of the site, and even him is stuck in the pit. It's Brolin.
What can he do? What can he deliver? Nothing in this round. Masuta takes his head off. The A site doesn't belong to Vitality yet, but as the supportive cast of utility comes on in, most importantly, that Moto smoke, now it really does belong to the Frenchman. Golden somehow gets past the swing of things in top mid, but this round is chaos. You don't envy Bastion, our observer, for trying to catch those kills, as it all now falls onto Flusher in a 1v3. Likely just going to back off and hold on to the AWP. Obviously, that's one of the downsides of 10k MR3 OT. He's got to just hold on to this. No other choice. As Team Vitality, they trade rounds back and forth here in the first half of overtime.
10k MR3 forcing fiscal responsibility since, I don't know, 1999 maybe? Who knows?
Sounds about right.
Give or take a few years. Yeah, Vitality trading out rounds as Fnatic to pick the first one up with this overtime. And they're not going to be getting this one.
Oh dear. Don't want to lose the AWP. Not worth it. Oh, not worth it.
Comes in, takes the AWP away. No, no, no.
Sandwich.
And now Fnatic, they will be able to get one. They could still invest in it from Crims or Golden. Either one of them admirable candidates to throw that over. But this next buy is going to have its fair share of limitations for the Fnatic squad unless they can jiggle this money around in a way that I'm just not realizing. But yeah, I mean, there's the limitation, clear as day. Brolin on a FAMAS, JW on a Mag 7.
Oh, Mag 7 though.
Yeah, I mean, you know, limitation for sure in bad positions, but if you play round the gun, you can get so much value out of it. That's if Vitality come B, and right now they are hesitant to do so. Actually, JW's gone to the apartments.
I love it.
Makes even more sense.
It's gross. It's gross, and it's signature JW grossness. Brolin not able to hold the line. Mag 7 time, but only briefly. Masuta deals with it very, very quickly. Crims is trying to hold for the cross. He does catch the last man in, but he's not aware that this A site is already overrun. Bomb plant now coming through, and a 3-on-3 retake for Fnatic.
Ooh.
We've seen these go either way, and this one carries so much weighting. Only 3 rounds a half in OT, and normally if a team goes 2-1 up, that is the biggest possible advantage you can imagine. So a lot riding on this now. Fnatic, if they do want to take us to Mirage, they need this retake to prevail.
That deepest smoke provides a lot of opportunities. It's how they won the first retake in OT to get here. Shox is in the graveyard though, and he's looking to put some bodies in boxes and bags. Shox, doesn't matter how he collects them, he's covered in skulls, and he's got himself to Flusher with a clutch that he cannot step up to, and Vitality will just face him to find 17.
And it's the Molotov throw in there just towards the Moto side that really does rain on Fnatic's parade and trying to get back into that site. That would have been the deal breaker. You see him start charging through it, and then it shocks the peak from Graveyard, and well, the rest is history. Vitality assume the lead again. Just 2 rounds from ending this series out.
Yeah, it's doable. I mean, you know, they brought it to OT against Fnatic's best wishes. Fnatic came alive in the end of regulation on the CT side to put 15 on the board. And Vitality might just try to steal it away from them. Fast up banana. Oh, fast down banana. Apex is going for it on the CT side, and Flush has been down to 8. He's going to just spam the smoke. He hears a drop. The grenade will send him out of this round, though, and keep things in a 4-on-4. Still split 2-2. Our Vitality in this one, and that's going to tempt Fnatic into this A site.
Yeah, RPK trying to do a solo hold here under the patio, and he just misses the timing onto Brolin. Oh dear. Shox inside of the site. Does drop the first man. Oh, a little bit more Shox, but not the third onto Crims. You thought he was going to get it. You thought something spectacular was happening there. But it was just another day in the office for Shox. JW, you don't go for knives in OT when you're losing. You don't do that.
He's got a Glock out.
No, yeah, this isn't what you do. But maybe it is what JW does.
He has to play Glock. If he plays AWP, his barrel sticks out. Oh, no, JW. Oh, the spam. Zywoo's got him.
Now down to the 1v1. Crims is going to try and pick it up. Brolin has said that he doesn't like the knifing. He doesn't love the knifing. And this now could be truer than ever. Luckily enough, Crims is here to pick up the pieces. And he tears Vitality to pieces of his own. 17 all. Fnatic tying this one up. It almost
yeah, JW almost threw the round away. Oh dear, that could have definitely fallen apart for Fnatic. Oh dear, yeah, that really was scary. Like JW, he didn't buy a pistol, and now he, you know, I'd like to think he would, because he couldn't play AWP in the corner, and his barrel would stick out to Zywoo, who would have found him a lot earlier, while he still gets the kill. Indecision between the knife and the guns. JW, no indecision here, straight for the fight. He's got the headshot. Mazuta's out of the round, and JW's out of the banana with only limited damage taken. Golden picks up that position, and grenades could do significant damage to Zywoo, who scoped in on logs, or at least a topside of beat. Brolin and RPK share some damage in the apartments. A bit of a block, but RPK gets out alive. This is looking like a Fnatic map point with what Vitality are working with. A glass cannon. Oh, but it works. And Zywoo, he's found Golden in banana. The grenades also tag up so many players. This is on a knife's edge right now. Everyone has low players. Everyone has limitations. Fnatic is still holding a default as they wait for Vitality to make mistakes, and there might be a bit of a mistake here by Apex. He's pushed. It gets a 1-for-1. Better than you can imagine here in this round, and RPK has full info over middle. This could allow for Shox to rotate, but he walks back into the window, and Brolin's going to find him. Now Fnatic can pick up the pace towards A. Brolin knows he's got a gap. He's going to jump out balcony here and drop into the pit.
Oh dear, that is a real head scratcher from RPK as well. I think just a little bit unaware perhaps that he'd walked back into the prying eyes of alt mid. Shox, is he ready for a man to wrap around short side? He's armed with this AWP. 30 seconds for Fnatic, by the way. They've got to pick a site at some point. They're in like this weird limbo where they almost have both. Brolin now making the call for this bomb to come in towards A, and it's going to be a safe apps rotation. Brolin has got Shox dead to rights. Shox can't win that. He's got no idea that there's a player behind him. And for Zywoo, the only option that remains is to hold on to this AWP. Fnatic, they needed to go flawless on the T side of this map in overtime, and they're about to do it. 18-17, no money left for Vitality. That's why this AWP save has to come in, as it's pretty much the only thing they're going to be working with in the last of overtime.
Oh, Brolin, he doesn't want that to happen. He ain't about letting Zywoo save. 37 kills, and they know exactly where this man resides. The back of the B site. Oh, dear. Surely he's not going to get out of this one alive. No grenades for Fnatic. They've got to take a fight, and they're already looking at the back of the site. Zywoo, ooh, he's jiggling. He's wiggling. He's being jumped on as well. The kill's there for Flusher. No AWP save today. No money for Vitality. If you look at those bank accounts, they are just barren. Not a dollar in sight. How are Vitality supposed to keep this game going with so little into what will be a map point? Fnatic bringing us to Mirage. All they need to do is creep over the line.
So close. Yet so far.
Yeah, double OT is always around the way, Trace.
Well, let's ride the wave that could potentially be the last round here of OT. Otherwise, Vitality looking to take us to that double OT with an 18-18, but here we go. Flush up, all the way up banana. Rest of his team fighting from the bottom of middle, and certainly have their eyes set on A as of right now.
No kit. No AWP. No more than one M4. Surely no chance. Well, we'll be the judge of that because the grenade is pretty good. It's found 2 players on 50. Fnatic might want to walk away from middle after that one.
And if they do, that would be playing into the hands of Vitality massively. So the fact that they've decided to commit to the top of middle, maybe going to bode well here for Fnatic. There's still this 3-man stack at the B bomb site, and with Flusher throwing in smokes to sell this fake, it's keeping not just 3 players here, it even baits a rotation out from Zywoo. Now that bomb has gone back. Fnatic are now looking to split B with 2 players coming through CT. Without realizing it, they have played into the hands of Team Vitality. Zywoo trying to hold the arch side with the deagle.
Okay.
Oh, nearly. Oh, he's shrunk himself down, and Brolin's got no choice but to retreat. JW opens up at B in the meantime. Shox up on top of the boost, and we might be heading to a double overtime unless Crims has got something special up his sleeve, and he does not. Brolin, 5 points of health and a dream in this 1-on-3 as he tries to keep this series going for Fnatic. It's Team Vitality taking us to a double overtime here on Inferno. 18-18. 22 is now the magic number we look towards.
Yeah, and everybody can take a deep breath after that one. It gets a little bit chaotic, but ultimately we start it all over again. That first to 22, Harry is right. Not a Taylor Swift in sight.
Oh, it's so exciting. This is everything we wanted and more. I did not think it was going to come this far, and I don't think Fnatic did either, but that was their round, and they walk into the B play. Not only that, they walk into Zywoo and Archway, and how much damage does he get away with? It's just despicable.
It's not fair.
No. Well, crunch time has begun again.
Yep. Not so much as Despicable Me, but as this Despicable Hugo.
Despicable he.
That too. Golden taking a considerable amount of damage in the early stages of this round. Fnatic hanging on to the banana. And Apex is going to be flashed off. He's getting out of there. He's got 13 kills to his name. He's not the one that they're going to want to put in the front line as of now.
That's a missed CT smoke if you've ever seen it.
I was wondering where that was aiming for.
No, it's on purpose, guys. It's
Yeah, in case they do the quad boost over the CT boost spot.
Well, I was thinking it's a smoke for a care package after you unlock Zywoo's, you know, 4th kill in a round or something.
Okay,
like that.
okay. You know, that makes a lot of sense, actually. Now that you've explained it like that, I get it.
Yeah, well, either way, it's a bit of utility wasted. That's what it is. And Fnatic, they don't want to throw too many of them away. 4 smokes in this round, not 5. The group middle with a bit of a B fake coming in as well. Here's the fake execute that's designed to draw rotation and also keep Vitality in the wrong place at the wrong time. Zywoo, oh, he double guesses. He comes back and he's made the perfect read, as he often does. Golden gone from the middle area. Fnatic going to bring the bomb late. He can actually stop it. He can stop someone here. He spots them getting around the corner. Shox has to buy time. They're falling in from above. How does Crims get that kill?
Wow.
Shox had him dead to right. Zywoo's dropped JW in middle. It's still going to be a retakeable round, but they've got to move fast.
That's a chance for Team Vitality in this one. Bomb down and planted. Fnatic not really having a lot of time to set these crossfires up. Having to play this with 2 guys back in the bomb site. Crims, this means he has a lot of responsibility in this round. There's so many angles he's got to be taking into account. And he hears the player moving up on shore. Zywoo out from the apartments. Masuta was the one to steal it away, and he's stolen this round away from Fnatic. The defuse comes in, 19 on the board for Vitality, and it's the 2 youngsters causing absolute mayhem in the server.
But if Masuta doesn't get that kill, you know Zywoo does. You know that falling orb is going to find something.
He's so close, he doesn't really have to stabilize. Just shotgun off it, pull the trigger, squeeze the trigger, and get it done. But yeah, Fnatic really did make a good case for holding on to that site. Zywoo, though.
That's a complete 41 kill play, if you've ever seen one. Just dropping Balk into Crims. Well, the first of double, that's Vitality's. They've taken 19. Remember, the magic number is 22.
Ooh, something that's big to note. JW bringing the AWP out over here for Fnatic. Now, this is something that could hamstring them in overtime.
Yeah.
So a lot riding on this one. They re-smoked that molly, and Golden tries to pick up the pace. Responses in from Zywoo. And that might be the B site immediately off limits early on, right? You spot the AWP there. You're already not a big fan if you're Fnatic. They keep Flusher here to sell these lurks that he's been so good at doing. And he does respond with some damage onto Masuta. That, at the very least, keeps this 3-man hold here a little bit longer. But you already see Zywoo looking to switch things up.
Yeah, just to go a little further right there, you're saying that might be the B site done. And, you know, as soon as the AWP rings out, every player in that mini-map just immediately looks towards the A side. It was just such a weird phenomenon.
Well, that's where Zywoo is. Let's not go there.
Let's go somewhere else, I suppose.
Wait, there's Zywoo again? He's A. He's switched it up. He's swaggered his way round, and he's the A site. Crims. Oh, dear. He's got a gap. He's got a timing. He's dropped pit side as well. Player on the site can't afford to go down. He needs to take someone with him, but Brolin's doubled up. Zywoo could get smoked off here, and he needs to at least land a connecting shot before he does. There it is. Flick up onto JW. Crims is gone as well, and Zywoo might just be looking to break records here in the A site.
Yeah, that was insanity right there. What a shot. That's going to keep Vitality in it. They are so close. And in it to win it, they are. They're going to use what little utility they have left in this round. A Molotov still in Masuta. Could flush out a player from somewhere. Wherever he depends to use it. It's Brolin with the AK magic on the Apex. Who's caught off guard there towards Library. Meanwhile, the rest of this Vitality retake coming from the side of Porch, and it's Zywoo 1v2. They're both very low, and he hasn't got a chance in hell to get it done. That That was a little much for us all to comprehend, I think.
What more can you do, right? 3 kills to Zywoo. He's done everything you can ask him for, and they still lose the round. Brolin with 4 massive kills there on the A site. But I've got to say, like, Zywoo, I don't know. I don't know how.
It's this shot right here, right?
Yeah.
He does this to a player in regulation time on a retake of the B site. He shoots him through new box. And it's just, you know, what can you do? You can't even really be mad about that if you are that player, right?
You've got to take it and run. And, well, that's what Fnatic have done. They actually find the round after all, despite it looking, well, not in their favor. Apex is stuck behind the Molotov, and they know it. Good grenade, but a couple in response. They catch him moving. I think if you're Apex there, you don't want to ever throw that grenade when the molly's down. It just traps you. It just shows Fnatic, I'm here, you have me, and they just double nade him. So it's going to be a commitment to a smoke. Fnatic just try and beat Vitality to the punch, but Mizuta, fast fists, not faster fingers. He's dead after 1. And that might be the round. That might be the half, because B site, Fnatic are here. The bomb is late, but it's still going to be here in time, and Flusher is already in the spawn, cutting off rotations.
Yeah, it's what? I'm not real sure how Zywoo pulls some nonsense like that out. Flusher can't escape that impending doom. And that brings us down to a 2v3. Zywoo and RPK with a big responsibility on their hands. There will be no saves. RPK looks to go in through the coffin side of things. Zywoo drops a grenade there from the side of Boost. And here we go. RPK is up close and personal. Spots Golden at new box. He's going to get taken out eventually. Zywoo cannot pivot that fast. He's done just about everything else. And there you have it. Fnatic take the lead yet again. This series, moreover, this map has delivered. Look at Zywoo's 46-21. What in tarnation?
Yeah, and they're still not even like winning. They're not even in the lead trace. Fnatic holding on to it by the skin of their teeth.
Wow.
And just 2 rounds away. 2 on this CT side will be enough. Let's see if they can do it. Vitality moving away from the AWP. Zywoo's now taking an AK. Going back to B, it works so well in regulation. Grenades are there for Fnatic, but they go right through them into the meat grinder, grinded by Flusher and Vitality. That's not the start they wanted to the T side of overtime.
Proved not to be the answer in regulation. Trying to win these rounds 3-on-4, 3-on-5 has just not gone tremendously well for Vitality.
Yeah, you actually do have an option in this game to play rounds 5-on-5 if you don't rush into top banana immediately. But that's something that Vitality weren't fans of. You understand why they try and pick up the pace, right? They try and really shake things up heading into their first T round of OT. But if that there is the round that makes this all fall away for Vitality, that's going to feel heartbreaking.
Yeah.
Fnatic, they've had plenty of time now to really solidify this B hold, and so I don't think you were going to get away with exploiting it in that fashion anymore. They're going to set up these smokes to try and make it happen. 1 for Coffins, 1 for CT. Is standard, as simple as it gets. Golden's boosted up. Flusher, back of the site. They've got this crossfire set up. This is going to be very, very tricky for Vitality to navigate.
Doesn't get much more difficult than this. Golden from the boost is going to get the first one to RPK. And the swing finally comes from Flusha, but there's a good trade for Shox. 1-on-3, this would be a monumental take, and that's going to be it all. She wrote 21-19. And you know what we sit on the precipice of is the... About a tea time here, fellas.
Mirage or a triple overtime, Trace? Where's your money at right now?
Smells like Mirage.
Yes.
Looks like Mirage.
How does it taste, though?
Don't know how Mirage tastes, but I should as many times as I've lost on it. So here we go.
Salt, then.
Yes, high sodium levels. We're going to get a pressure check on that. Meanwhile, just peeking out top mid. Zywoo, quick kills in succession here.
That's what everyone's yelling. Go away right now.
Going for it.
Allez, allez.
Oh, they're not going to check boiler. Oh, no, this can't be how it all falls apart. Brolin with a double. This is utter chaos, but the A site does belong to Vitality, and they've got that to look forward to, but only briefly. Flusher through the smoke has put this back in a 2-on-2. Hidden at this smoke is Apex, and he does win that fight on a Golden. It's all on a man named Flusher, but this guy, well, he's a bit of a gamer. Don't know if you've heard. Does get cut down by Apex inside of the site. 20 rounds for Vitality, 1 away from a triple overtime game here on Inferno.
Oh, boy.
And so all of this was either for nothing for Vitality, or they run it back again.
All of it.
Yeah, let's go. Why not? Give us a third. We're here now.
I want this to just keep going until it can't go on any longer. You know, at the point where
we're like, guys, we have other games scheduled tonight.
not even
We've
that,
delayed
you
them
know,
long
it's
enough.
like, oh, JW hasn't slept in 23 hours. Like, you know, we're 400 rounds in. There's no clear victor. It's a draw. Okay, we'll put it down as that. Let's see, though. It's overtime number 3 or bust for Vitality, and that is not the start you wanted. JW opening up onto Masuta, no less. A man down, now made even worse by Brolin, dealing with shocks up in the apartments as he tried to get some real estate for their troubles. It's a 3-on-5 again for Team Vitality.
It might be done, Harry. It might finally be done. Flusha looks to put the final nail in this coffin. They line up. He gets a wallbang, not the second player, but a chance to fall back into the safety of the site and a rotate as well coming through the speedway. Flusha's got a second, and it might just be Mirage. That's where we're going. That's what's up next. It's a third map of the series. Join us after the break.